and the Lord taketh away. Chapter 1. Little Jamarcus belted out a church hymn while parading around the living room with his dad's preacher robes draped over his small shoulders. "You'll be leading the choir yourself someday if you keep practicing," James Williams chuckled, while straightening his bold purple tie in the hallway mirror. "The Lord blessed you with pipes, my boy." Jamarcus beamed at the praise. At only 8 years old, he loved nothing more than trailing his father, a prominent Baptist preacher who headed their bustling community church. Reverend Williams had an aura about him when he sang powerful gospels that stirred even the hardest hearts toward salvation. "Are you and Mama going to serve food at the shelter tonight?" Jamarcus asked. "You know it," Sarah Williams smiled, packing canned goods into a box by the door. "Your daddy's going to play some music to lift folks' spirits, too. Want us to save you some peach cobbler?" Jamarcus licked his lips and nodded. His mother was the kindest soul, a nurse who volunteered around the rougher neighborhoods of the city, helping the less fortunate with medical and hot meals. He hoped to be half as selfless one day. His father rustled Jamarcus's hair, adjusted his own flashy suit jacket, and grabbed his beloved Gibson guitar. "Be good for Ms. Marla tonight, my little preacher man," he said, giving the boy a hug. "We'll be back before you know it." As his parents loaded food packs into their sedan, Jamarcus felt a strange pit in his stomach he couldn't explain. "Wait, can I please come along tonight?" he called from the stoop. Sarah smiled softly back. "Not tonight, sweetheart. Get some rest. We'll take you next time for sure. Love you." Jamarcus reluctantly waved goodbye as the car drove off, the last time he'd see his parents alive. Late that evening, as Jamarcus slept over at Ms. Marla's apartment, 3 masked gunmen lurked in alleyway shadows, waiting to attack anyone unwise enough to wander down the street alone. The dangerous High Street Hustlers gang had a chokehold on the neighborhood, demanding local businesses pay protection fees. They didn't take kindly to Reverend Williams' recent sermons calling for people to resist their threats. As the Williamses rounded the corner, laughing while James strummed upbeat chords on his guitar, footsteps approached from behind. James turned and locked eyes with the barrel of a pistol. "Wallet and jewelry, now, preacher man! Or say bye to the missus," the mugger barked. James stood firm, stepping between his wife and the gun. "Son, terrorizing your own people is no way to..." 2 deafening bangs cut his plea short as James slumped to the ground, blood pooling beneath him. "No, James!" Sarah screamed, kneeling by her husband. 3 more gun blasts at point-blank range echoed down the street. Sarah fell dead across her husband, their blood intermingling as it streamed along cracked pavement into sewer drains. Like so many other victims of gang violence in this part of town, tires squealed as the cowards sped off. By the time police discovered the bodies, Jamarcus had fallen into a fitful sleep plagued by nightmares of his parents warning him of danger. He awoke the next morning to a detective grimly waiting to break the horrific news that he was now an orphan. By the time police discovered the bodies, Jamarcus had fallen into a fitful sleep plagued by nightmares of his parents warning him of danger. He awoke the next morning to a detective grimly waiting to break the horrific news that he was now an orphan. At the packed funeral service, Jamarcus sat frozen like a statue, staring toward the twin mahogany caskets blanketed with flower wreaths. Tears refused to fall while he clutched his dad's preacher cross necklace so tight its edges dug grooves into his palms. Ms. Marla wrapped a comforting arm around the boy's shoulders. "They're with the angels now looking down on you. It's all right, Jamarcus. Let it out, honey." "No," he whispered barely audibly, then louder gazed up, eyes narrowing as fury and guilt churned inside. "The Lord may show them mercy, but those men took my parents. One day when I can fight, I won't let their deaths be for nothing. I promise."